Hi guys, in this video I'm going to review the Isa One by Focusrite. I'm gonna connect it to Focusrite recording interface 2i2 and basically compare the built-in preamps that in the recording interface versus the Isa One, the preamp. If basically the preamp is given a better performance, basically if it delivers a better signal to noise ratio. And it is especially interesting because the Isa One costs $500 versus the recording interface 2i2 $150. So when you have a special appliance for amplifying, it should be, given some really good performance. So I really want to see if it's easy, to achieve this, the sound, and if it's easy really to see the difference. Also, in this video, I'm going to go through all the functions, the buttons. So let's get into it and see if this purchase is worth it. Okay, so let's go through the front panel. We've got here a gain. You can gain here by 10 dB. If you need to see if you're using the line level or mic instrument level, and you can trim here basically its gain the way you want to, by dB, 2 dB, and you've got here the sensitivity. Here is another button for amplification from 30 to 60 dB for a mic instrument. This is a 48 volt for phantom power for your condenser microphone. Here is a phase. You can invert the phase if you like. This is a high pass filter, which means basically that you can cut your lows, and it cuts from 75 Hertz. Okay, and this is insert button, but it basically refers to the back, the rear of the panel, so I'm gonna talk about this later. This is an input. These are the differences between the signal. Which one of them has a better signal? This is a line level, and the mic level is the lowest, and the instrument is basically the signal between line and mic. So here we've got different impedance, and it gives different color sound. So you can try the low, the Isa, the mid, the high, and here we've got all that refers to basically this part here refers to guitar and amplifier. So here we've got, this is impedance once again. You can have a high impedance or low impedance. Basically, the less impedance, the better signal ratio to noise you get. So here once again you can you basically have the sensitivity to gain it by dB or more. You can control it the way you would like to, and here you input your guitar and you can output it to your amplifier if you're using. Here is an input for phones. Now you need to note that if you're using this socket and not the recording interface one, you have to know that you can monitor yourself in the headphones. I mean, you can hear yourself in the headphones, but you won't be able to hear your playback. Now I think this is summed down really, because what's the point of hearing myself in the headphones if I cannot hear my playback I'm singing to? The Q mix is basically some outsource, some external source sound that you would like to connect it and to hear it through your headphones. This button refers once again to the rear panel. Here we've got input level signal, and here is the DI external level. This part here refers to the ADC recording card that comes with this amplifier with Focusrite Isa One, but I purchased it without. Here is you can choose the the simple array. This is the clock, so you can choose if you would like to connect to an outsource clock. And here we got a VU meter, and basically it shows you the average signal sound that you're getting. So let's go through the rear panel details. If I had the ADC card that comes with it, it would be placed here, okay? And of course this is the power button. I'm sure you know what it is. Here you plug in your AC DC power, and here we've got a mic input, okay? This is XLR input, and here is a line input, XLR and TRX. Here is basically a mono input. This is an ear insert, and if the button in the front panel is on, what it basically does is that you can take your whatever you recorded to the outsource, you can take it out to processing. For example, if you have a hardware compressor, so it basically does the processing and reverts it back into the amplifier for digital processing. And here we've got a Q mix, as I mentioned, that you can input here some outsource, external outsource that you would like to hear in your headphones. This is a DI output. If you connect a guitar, you are able to output it into some other source, some other media, some other recording interface if you'd like to. Here, this is a VU meter calibrator, and this is a peak meter calibrator. Once again, refers to the VU meter. So you can calibrate it the way you would like to. So I think we went through all the details here. What is important to mention that if you use the amplifier, you need on your recording interface there to switch from instrument level to line level. See here?
I've heard that you left him for another man. They've been together for 6 years and a half. You won't believe who she left him for. His best friend from the 6th grade, Joe. Guess what? I've heard this and that rumors. Guess what? Why don't you mind your own business? I've heard that you left him for another man. They've been together for 6 years and a half. You won't believe who she left him for. His best friend from the 6th grade, Joe. Guess what? I've heard this and that rumors. Guess what? Why don't you mind your own business?
Okay, so let's go through the different impedances that we have. This is the Z low. So I basically hear like the emphasize slightly on the mid low. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I hear in my headphones. And now we're gonna switch to Isa 110, and now I hear less low end and more kind of crystal clear sound somewhere mid high. Maybe I'm wrong, but really that's what I hear through my headphones. Once again, I hear the crystal clear, like mid high. Yeah, my final, I guess, conclusion. And let's head to the mad. Mad. Wow. I think the mad is losing the mid, and maybe I have some high and mid low here, but it's just another option for you to choose when you are recording your vocals, or you would like to record your guitar with the through the mic. But it's a nice option. I like it. It seems like representing more the real voice of mine. Maybe once again,
I could be wrong because after recording I could be hearing something else, but that's why I hear through the headphones. And the last one, which is the high. This is the high. So what do you hear? What difference do you hear by listening to the high? Um, I hear something very crispy. Maybe I'm wrong once again, but I hear crispy. I do hear the low end, but not too much. It's more mid-low. And I don't hear the highs too much. It's like the star somewhere mid low, mid high, something like that, but with a vibe of crispiness. Yes, that's what I hear. So I really hope you heard the differences between the four impedances, and that's it. Yeah.
Being very honest, it's really hard for me to say that I hear a big difference. For me, it's just a game of gaining. I don't hear that the Isa One is given more quality, really. It feels to me like the same preamp. It's just a matter of giving it more boost to the volume, but basically that's it. If you play with the buttons, you can reach, the same level with the 2i2. And of course you can play with different impedances on the front panel of Isa One, but it's just the differences that at least I've heard. It has maybe more highs, maybe more low, or you can hear more mids, but the different impedance there is not a major one that makes like significant difference. I don't hear a very impact difference, I guess. Something that I would say, wow, that's a huge difference, really. It's just a matter of tweaking the Focusrite 2i2, the gain button, and you can really reach the level. It's really a matter of that I didn't hear a huge difference in my ears, If you have, maybe could be possible that you heard something else, and I would like to know your opinion about this. So please, if be kind, leave your comments down below, and I sure learn from this and gain more and more knowledge. But I don't regret buying this because I learn all the time. You learn all the time.
My battery died. I'm gonna finish this video by saying that I don't really regret buying this preamp because you learn a lot, through your experiences. And I think that in order to get a real quality, you need to pay real money. And that's the way it works. So if you buy, even $500 won't do the jobs. That's what I think. You can really compromise on 150 and just it can be, it will do the job. That's what I'm saying. So my conclusion that my next purchase will be a very high quality, whatever it is, whether it's the recording interface that basically allow me not to buy a preamp. And so this way you save a lot of money, in the future, because so far I wasted a lot of money on trying and buying. But as I said, you learn from this. But I think if you want to get a real quality, we need to pay money for this. So I hope guys you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.